Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to the Shivah. Let's go ahead and leave, see if we can make our Shivah call to Jack Lowder's place. It's what, 100 Jane Street, apartment 4E, I think? Let's see, is there anything to look at in here? There is. A sturdy, dependable podium, perfect for pounding during less successful sermons. This cabinet was converted into a makeshift Torah Ark after the last one was stolen in 1996. Oh, that's just rude. Cantor's Lectern. The Cantor's Lectern contains his prayer book and song notations. Exit. Looks like there should be something right there, but I guess not. There was nothing on the podium. The Torah Ark was locked up tight. Besides, I didn't want to tempt any vandals in the area. I had no need for the Cantor's things. Well, at least it wasn't Eric Cantor. Manhattan Isle, Greenwich Village, Louder Residence, and Lower East Side, Benai Ben Zion. Alright, well, let's go. This room looks kind of familiar. In shape.
Mrs. Lauder?
Yes?
I heard about your husband. I came to pay my respects.
Oh, you knew Jack?
I am going for the rabbinical response every time if I have the option.
Does one need to know a man in order to grieve him?
Kinda.
That's, I suppose not. All right, come on in. I'm sorry, you look so familiar, but I can't place your face. What is your name?
If I wanted answers, she'd have to know who I was. This required tact. Honest response, evasive response, or rabbinical response. Oh.
You don't remember me? 8 years ago? Rabbi Russell Stone?
Oh, I remember now.
Uh-oh.
You have a lot of nerve coming here.
Uh-oh. Rabbinical
How do
response!
you think that, Mrs. Lauder?
Oh, don't give me that.
Oh.
I know all about those tricks. Answering a question with a question.
Damn it!
Jack did it all the time.
I'd like to think he learned it from me.
It's too late for that, Rabbi. Way too late. What do you want?
The direct approach, the uncertain approach, the rabbinical approach.
Do I need to have a reason to pay a Shiva call?
If it's you, yes.
Oh.
Oh, stop it. Just stop it. I don't believe this. You threw us out of your temple 8 years ago. And now you drop by for a visit?
It wasn't like that.
Well, what was it then? Can you tell me that?
Maybe this was a bad idea.
Maybe you're right. And yet you're here. Why?
The direct approach, the accusatory approach, rabbinical approach. I'm sure this is gonna burn us at some point in the game, but it's so good.
Why would the police come speak to me, Mrs. Lauder?
I have no idea.
Well, they
What
did.
did they say?
That I'm suspect number one.
Well, they didn't
Really?
quite say that.
Well, that would make sense. Who else has a motive except for the rabbi who hates us?
It was 8 years ago. Accepting reproach, approach, denial approach, rabbinical approach. Oh, I love these options.
Why do you think I hate you, Mrs. Lauder?
Enough. Do you have to do that here? Now? There is a time and a place, Rabbi, and this is not it.
Look, I don't hate
Whatever. Jack hated you. That's enough.
Mrs. Lauder. If he hated me so much, why did he leave me $10,000 in his will?
That's impossible.
How did you
I'd
not
say
know?
the same thing.
Jack wouldn't do that.
Well, he apparently
It's a
did.
Crazy world.
How do you know for sure?
The police told me. I have no love of the police, but I doubt they'd lie about that. Mrs. Lauder, if Jack hated me so much, why did he give me so much money?
I don't know. This makes no sense. None of it does. Who would kill Jack? He was a good man.
Yes, he was.
Don't you start. You have no idea.
The police have no other leads?
Aside from you? No.
Uh-oh.
How did he die?
I don't see how that's any of your business.
Well,
Well, I want to clear
suppose
myself.
I'm curious, and I'd like to help.
Help? Why would you want to help?
I don't know. Maybe
I want to make amends. I am selfish. I feel guilty. I want to make amends.
maybe I'm looking to make amends for what happened 8 years ago.
Oh, that's rich. You come in here, puffed up and arrogant and sputtering platitudes, and now you want to help.
Yes, if you'll have me.
Forget it.
Oh.
Keep the 10 grand. I don't care. Just get out. I don't want to see or hear from you ever again.
But
Leave! Or so help me, I will call the police.
Oh.
as you wish. I'm sorry to have troubled you, Mrs. Lauder.
Just go.
I messed up big time. I tried calling her a few more times, but she always hung up on me. Eventually, she made good on her threat to call the police. With my suspicious behavior and my dubious connections to Jack, they wasted no time in arresting me for the murder. I can't help but wonder, what if I could go back and have that conversation again? And if wishes were wings, we'd all be flying. I guess I'll never know. Wow, I was not expecting that to end the game. Well. Okay. I guess we're starting over. Alright, let's just get through everything quickly. Can I continue? Ah, yes, I can. Alright. Let's try that again. Hopefully with less mistakes?
Mrs. Lauder,
Yes?
I heard about your husband. I came to pay my respects.
Oh, you knew Jack?
Let's give the honest response.
Some time ago, yes.
All right. Come on in. I'm sorry. You look so familiar, but I can't place your face. What is your name?
If I wanted answers, she'd have to know who I was. This required tact. Honest response.
My name is Rabbi Russell Stone. Your husband used to be a member of my congregation.
Oh, I remember now. You have a lot of nerve coming here.
Apologetic response.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
Oh, you're sorry, are you? I'm so glad to hear that. Jack would love to hear that you are sorry.
Well, go tell
He
him.
knows already, Mrs. Lauder.
Too late, Rabbi. Too late. What do you want?
Direct approach, uncertain approach, or rabbinical approach. Direct
I
approach.
just want to talk about Jack.
Talk. Just came by for a friendly chat. Is that it?
Sure.
Oh, stop it. Just stop it. I don't believe this. You threw us out of your temple 8 years ago, and now you drop by for a visit?
It wasn't like that.
Well, what was it then? Can you tell me that?
Maybe this was a bad idea.
Maybe you're right.
No, but
and
I have to
yet
continue
you're
with the
here.
game.
Why?
It's a great idea. Direct approach.
The police visited me today.
Did they?
Yes,
What did they say?
that I'm suspect number 1.
Really? Well, that would make sense. Who else has a motive except for the rabbi who hates us?
Was 8 years ago. Accepting approach.
I'll let that slide.
Whatever. Jack hated you. That's enough.
Mrs. Lauder, if he hated me so much, why did he leave me $10,000 in his will?
That's impossible.
Yeah, it
I
happened.
said the same thing.
Jack wouldn't do that.
It's a crazy world.
How do you know for sure?
The police told me.
Yeah, police never lie,
I
right?
have no love of the police, but I doubt they'd lie about that.
Oh, well.
Mrs. Lauder, if Jack hated me so much, why did he give me so much money?
I don't know. This makes no sense. None of it does. Who Who would kill Jack? He was a good man.
Yes, he was.
Don't you start. You have no idea.
The police have no other leads?
Aside from you? No.
Well, let's go
How did
fabricate
I?
some.
I don't see how that's any of your business.
Well, he is a suspect.
Well, I suppose I'm curious, and I'd like to help.
Help? Why would you want to help?
I don't know. Maybe I...
Let's see. I want to make amends. I don't think that one. That's the one that we tried earlier. That didn't work. I feel guilty.
Maybe I feel guilty. I can't take Jack's 10 grand without doing something to earn it first.
Why not? Why shouldn't a rabbi play at being detective? You want to investigate, Rabbi Stone?
Sure.
Be my guest.
I'll have to ask you some questions about what happened.
Can't you just ask the police?
They won't talk to me. I'm a suspect.
Fine. Fine. Ask whatever you want.
Sweet. Achievement unlocked. Affleck, remain polite and civil. Ask about the murder. Ask about business. Ask about mirror. Ask about her state of mind. Sure. Ask about the murder.
How did Jack die?
He was shot right in the head
Ooh.
at close range, according to the police.
Execution style.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Lauder.
He was in the showroom, working late. That's all I know.
All right. Let's ask about business.
What business was your husband in?
We were in business together. Fashion design, high-end casual wear, shirts, blouses, slacks. I'd design and he'd sell.
What about the state of
Was
business?
the business successful?
We did all right. It was tough at first, but things have been picking up over the last few years. We sell to mainly boutique stores, but Macy's has bought several pieces from us, and Saks was interested.
I would think Macy's would be more interested in, like, mass-produced stuff, but I don't know. I don't know high-end women's clothing. Future of the business.
What happens to the business now? Are you going to run it by yourself?
I guess I could, but not right away. And definitely not in that same showroom.
Makes sense.
I can understand that.
What about the location of the
Where is your
business?
showroom?
Why? Do you want to have a look?
It can't hurt.
Oh, this is crazy. Do you really want to do this?
Yep.
Yes.
Sure, if you want to have a look,
Sweet.
go ahead. Just because trained police officers couldn't find anything doesn't mean a rabbi can't.
Exactly.
The building is 1407 Broadway, room 903.
Let's ask about the mirror.
You've covered up the mirror.
Yes, it's what you are supposed to do, right?
Well, yes, but
I know. I'm not Jewish. I'm probably doing it all wrong, but it feels right. Is
That
it
works.
right, Rabbi?
Comforting response. Let's not do the rabbinical response.
it's perfect.
Thank you.
Let's ask about her state of
How
mind.
are you holding up, Mrs. Lauder?
Fine. As well as can be expected.
Yeah, her husband did die. Ask about the company name.
What is the name of your business?
Charming Fashion Company.
Charming.
Yeah, it's a strange name, but it has meaning behind it. It's based on my family's name, Sharma, and it sounds like charming.
I get it. Real cute.
Consult your notes.
Can you tell me about your company again?
Sure. What do you want to know?
No. All right.
I'm going to leave now. I'll see what else I can discover.
Thanks, I guess. Rabbi Stone,
You'll be thanking me later.
about 8 years ago, could you just tell me why?
Were you and Jack happy?
Yes. Yes, we were.
Then my reasons don't matter.
I wonder if it was because she wasn't Jewish. The Garment District. Charming fashion. How did we get in, anyway? Alright, so we've got rack, dummy, designs, design board, poster, computer, shelf, and photo. The clothing rack was empty. I supposed Mrs. Lauder took everything away. I had no need for a clothing hanger. Yes, you do! You never know when something like that might come in Okay, fine. It's not one of the wire ones. You can't, like, unbend it and stuff like that. A dressmaker's dummy. I wasn't that desperate for a larger congregation. Yeah, but you could always put a wig on it and get HOV lane usage. Design board. This design board was the only spark of creativity left in this deserted showroom. I didn't know much about fashion design, but it looked like a skirt. Or maybe a large shirt. No, they're same root word. Designs for some sort of skimpy sundress with some orders attached. They weren't relevant to my problem. I couldn't think of a reason to take it with me. It was a poster of some blank-faced woman in a hat. I made a snap decision not to start collecting old-fashioned posters. Aww. Shelf. I didn't need any of that. Paints, markers, and random junk adorned the shelf. It was a photo of Mrs. Lauder with a post-it note reading, "Don't forget anniversary flowers." I decided to leave it where it was. Charming Fashion Co. Ooh. Let's take a look at the office computer remained on the desk. I assumed that Mrs. Lauder didn't want to be bothered with it. Alright, so I guess we gotta guess at the password. Sharma? Oh, hey. Welcome back, Jack Lauder. Please choose an option below. Ledger. Out. Joe DeMarco, $500, personal. There were a lot of personal checks written out to a Joe DeMarco. I wonder who he is. Goldberg and Weisselbaum, $200. Accounting. It looked like Jack hired an accounting firm. So that was $500, $200. This is $2,654.56. In from Macy's. I recognize the name. It was a clothing store. Evidently, they bought products from Jack and paid for it properly. All cut and dry. There's nothing unusual here. Moda of Broadway. I recognized the name. It was a clothing store, blah, blah, blah. It's more of Joe DeMarco. Grayson Sportswear. Okay. Lou's Shipping. Payment went out to a shipping company. Nothing unusual about that. Lots of Joe DeMarco stuff. Out, Beth Tikva, $200 membership dues. Wow, that seems like a lot. Beth Tikva sounded like the name of a synagogue. It looked like Jack decided to stay devout after all. Okay, so let's actually make a note so I don't like mess up the name of this, or the spelling of this. Beth Tikva, and of course we got Joe DeMarco. I don't think that Joe DeMarco is going to show up on the search, but you never know. Mail. Hey, an email from Tomo. Special offer. For your network and protection needs, contact Tomo. Ethan G. Business matters. Jack, that must be an oversight. I'll look into it. Rajshri Lauder, Patterns and Producers. Hello, partner. I got those shirt designs done. I'll send copies out to the factory to get fit samples made. And guess what? I got them. Spent an hour on the phone with Telecharge, but I got the tickets. Orchestra seats, too. I'll meet you at the office at 6. No excuses this time. Love, Raj. It's Ethan G. This is strange. The rates do seem unusually high. I'll look into it. Kenny Lou, Shipping. Mr. Lauder, how are you? Your goods are packed and ready to ship. Wire us the funds and we'll get it on the next boat. Ethan G., you're right. Your instinct was right. Something isn't right with this deal. All the wire transfers lead to different places and nobody answers the phone at any of them. My accountant senses tingling. Don't panic, Jack. I'll get to the bottom of this. See you at Temple tonight. Hello, hello. The fit model canceled again? Can she be any more useless? Okay, we'll just have to find someone else. Don't forget we're having dinner at the Goldwaters tonight. Let's see. Ethan G. Trouble. Call me now. We need to talk. Meeting. Okay, I got you into this mess. I will get you out of it. I'm meeting with JDM tonight. Ooh, Joe DeMarco, I assume. Do not write him any more checks until you hear from me. If he wants to play hardball, he picked the wrong guys to mess with. JDM? A rotten deal? This was worth looking into. Kenny Lou, money transfer? Mr. Louder, how are you? We are still awaiting payment transfer from you. Your goods are taking up space in our warehouse. Please submit the monies ASAP or we will be forced to liquidate them. From Ravnet Admin, undeliverable. To Jack Louder, from Ravnet Admin. The following message was undeliverable. The reported error was, subscriber Arstno does not exist on Ravnet. Ah, looks like he tried to email us. Arstone, and he spelled it wrong. Message is as follows. Hello, Rabbi Stone. It's been a while. I hope I got the correct email address. No doubt you were surprised to hear from me. I'm not sure why I'm writing either. I often think about what you said. It still angers me, but I can understand your motives. You looked at us and said nothing is worse than when Jews turn their backs on one another. I can still remember that look in your eyes. Sheer contempt. Like we were the worst sort of scum that ever crawled out of the ocean. Oh my. I love my wife, Rabbi Stone. She is my partner in everything. I regret nothing. Nothing that is except you. I hated you. For years I hated you. We both did. I joined another temple with a rabbi who was willing to marry us and tried to forget about you. But when I found myself in trouble and in need of guidance, I could think of nowhere else to turn. You called me a traitor once. Do you still feel that way? I've seen traitors. I've seen Jews turn their backs on other Jews. It's not pretty. It's awful. I'm not like them. Time has cooled my hatred. Has it done the same to you? I need to speak to you. I feel like I am 12 years old again, preparing for my bar mitzvah and needing help with my Torah portion. I know I didn't marry a Jewish girl or go to temple every week or keep kosher or do any of the many things we're supposed to do, but I always have known that I was Jewish. Is that enough? I'm not a traitor, Rabbi. I have never forgotten I'm Jewish. Jack Louder. Okay, well, that's about it there. Combine clues by dragging one on top of the other. Ooh, okay. Joe DeMarco, JDM. That had to be it. Achievement unlocked. Clug. Wise, smart, or clever. Combine two clues. Jack Louder received a few urgent emails from an Ethan G. I need to find out more about this person. Alright, well, that looks like a good place to stop. In the next episode, we'll probably be heading back to our own computer and do a little search to see if we can find anything about this Beth Tikva synagogue and maybe visit there, see if we can find this Ethan G. See you next time, everyone.